the mind with the body, build awareness of where your body is in space and what muscles are being activated at what time to connect the breath with what we're doing as well, to provide energy to the body, to provide oxygen to the body, and to really deepen the core strength of our deep abdominals and improve that core strength from the front of our abdominals to all the way to the back, even the stability of our shoulders and our hips, to help us live a pain-free and energized and just uninhibited life. So a life that is free and is controlled and is strong. So I am so excited for you guys to experience Pilates mat with me today. We will go ahead and move through as many exercises as we can. Class is only 20 minutes long, so we're going to be really quick, really efficient. Listen closely to my cues. That's why we're not really using any music today. I want you completely focused on what your body is doing, what you're feeling, and what you're experiencing. Let's go ahead and begin our 20-minute Pilates mat class. So what I want you to do is find a comfortable seat on a floor that is padded or is carpeted, or you even have a Pilates or yoga mat on the floor. And let your legs come out in front of you. So we're basically sitting up as tall as we can. We can always put height underneath our hips, so a pillow or a blanket to help elevate the hips so that we're not feeling tightness or gripping in our hip flexors. From here, I just want you to inhale and exhale through the nose. So we're starting to establish some breath work. Inhale through the nose. Feel the expansion in the sides, front, and back of the lungs, and then exhale through your mouth, like you're blowing through a balloon, or you're blowing out 50 candles. So you're forcing the air out pretty strong. Inhale, it's different than a yoga breath. Exhale, like you're blowing through pursed lips. Now let's start to move the spine. Inhale, extend the spine, chest, grow taller. You can use your legs for a little bit of leverage. Exhale, pull the belly in around the spine and pretend like you're pushing your low back into someone's hand or a pillow or a ball or a door. Inhale, extend, or a wall. Exhale, round. Pull the belly in. Feel a wrapping sensation from your deepest abdominals coming around the sides and to the front. Inhale, stack the spine. 2 more of those. Exhale, we call this half roll back. So you're tilting your pelvis a little bit, but it's all about feeling that connection. Inhale. Exhale. Rib cage sinks. Abs turn on. All right, now we're going to add a little bit of movement here. So exhale, let go of the legs, round through the spine, twist to one side, back to center, and then sit up. Let's do that again. Exhale, scoop, 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 scoop. Inhale. Exhale, center. And if that breathing technique's too much, just breathe. Exhale, roll back. Twist, center, sit back up. Now let's stay back and twist. Tuck the tailbone, pull the belly in, twist for 8, 7, 6, big twist, 5, try to go a little bit further every time, 3, 2, 1, and roll all the way down. Tuck your tailbone, 1 vertebra at a time. Pull the belly in, pull the belly in, pull the belly in. Once you're all the way onto your back, press your shoulders into the ground, hip rolls. We exhale, nod the pelvis toward our face, toward our shoulders. Roll the spine up, 1 vertebra at a time. Squeeze the glutes at the top. Exhale, rib cage, then mid-back, then tailbone, and release. Again, all the way up, slow and controlled, making sure those knees stay in line with the hips. We're not letting them fall out or in. Exhale, articulate. You might feel a stretch in your low back as you do this. That's okay, as long as it's not painful. Pull the belly in, pull the belly in. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, 1 more time. Tuck, roll down, 1 vertebra at a time. Last time, roll up. There's our breath. Exhale through the mouth. Belly on, belly on, belly on. Lift one leg into tabletop, the other leg, squeeze the legs together. We're going into the 100, all about abdominal endurance and breath work. Nod the chin, exhale. If it feels okay, lift the head and shoulders off. You can support the head. Inhale here for 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Scoop the abs. Inhale and exhale. If you want to add some movement to this, pump those arms. We inhale, 2, 3, 4, exhale. The reason it's called the 100 is we're doing this for 100 pumps. So 10 breaths total. You have 4 more to go. You can straighten the legs to make it harder. Keep scooping. It's only 20 minutes of Pilates. So let's work. Looking at your thighs, chin towards your chest. Pretend like you're squeezing an apple under your chin. Last 2 breaths. Inhale, exhale, scoop, scoop, scoop. Squeeze the legs together. Last one. And exhale. Bend the knees, rock your legs side to side. You should be feeling warmer than when you started. Flip on over to your stomach. We have some breaststroke. So we're going to start to get into the back of the body. Reach through your toes, plant your feet on top of the floor, leave your legs on the ground. Eyes toward the mat. Inhale, lift, hover, look at the floor. Lengthen, lengthen. You can release the hands for a harder, intense breaststroke. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, feet are still on the floor, right? Eyes on the ground, lengthen the spine. Exhale. You should feel like your belly button is pulling away from the floor as you lift up. Inhale again. Last 2. Last one. We're going to start to add the arms now. So we inhale, arms come back as the chest comes up. Exhale, arms come forward as we come down. Inhale, the head stays off the floor. Exhale. If that's too much, 2 more times, just keep the hands on the ground and continue that breaststroke preparation exercise we started with. Last one, squeeze the glutes. Exhale. Quick shell stretch. Push back onto your knees, ground through the spine. So you're not just doing a child's pose. You feel like your core and your belly is turning on. Back to that breaststroke position. We have one more exercise on our belly. Arms out in front of her. We're going to go swimming. Lift the arms and the legs. Hold here. Opposite arm, opposite leg starts to move. So we are reaching. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Fluttering the arms and the legs. Keep the hips nice and stable. If that's too quick or too fast for you, you can go slower. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Keep breathing, keep breathing. You should be going. You have 3, 2, 1. Relax all the way down. Hands go underneath the forehead. Bend the knees, windshield wiper the legs. Release that low back. We just worked the back extensors, which help with our posture and more of that decompression of the spine. Let's take it back onto our backs. Actually, I'm sorry, before we go to our backs, we're going to do some side bends. So find your side seated position. We're going to move the spine in all directions in class today. So we've done a little bit of flexion, some extension. Here's our side bending. Bottom knee is bent, top leg is on top of that leg with the foot planted on the floor. Your hand that's on the ground, this is mine, right hand, could be whichever hand you want to do both sides, is out to the side away from your shoulder. So what we're going to do is bring that opposite arm on top of the knee, reach the arm up, keep the knee down, side bend. Inhale here. Exhale to come down. You're feeling like your obliques on this side are lifting you up as you side bend. Let your head come with your spine. And exhale to come down. 2 more on this side. Inhale, side bend. If you want to, you can extend the legs, go into a full side bend. Last time on this side, then we go to the other side. Inhale, lift up, side bend. Exhale to lower down. Let's switch sides. So now legs flip around. Bottom leg comes underneath the top. We bring the top leg over the top of that other leg. And we plant through the foot. Other hand is out to the side. We keep the chest open. Inhale to side bend. Feel that side bending all the way from the tailbone to the crown of the head. Exhale, lower down. Inhale. Continue on the knee as long as you did on the other side. And then we'll start to extend the leg, make this a little bit harder. Still breathing. We have 2 more. Maybe you lift that knee up, make it a little more intense. Last one, inhale, side bend. Exhale, roll back down. Now, we're going to reach the legs out in front of us, go into rolling like a ball. So lift one leg into tabletop, the other leg into tabletop. Squeeze the legs together, just like we practiced in our warm-up where we were tucking the tailbone. Just like that, we want to do that before we start to roll. If you have a bulging disc or osteoporosis, I want you to stay here. If those 2 things don't pertain to you, then I want you to try to roll through the spine to the bottom of the shoulder blades and back up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Try to balance at the top, not letting your feet touch the ground. If it's harder or more difficult, we can connect the elbows to the knees and not let them release from those upper thighs. Woo. Last 3. Again, if you are not doing the rolling, you're here. Last 2. Last 1, roll all the way back. Pull one knee into your chest. So I'm going to bring my right knee into my chest. Open up the elbows. Head and shoulders can come on the mat if this is too much for the neck. Inhale here. Exhale, switch. Single thigh stretch for 8. 6. 4. 3. 2. 1. Straighten the legs up toward the ceiling. Lower one leg down, scissors. Both hands go up behind the top of the leg, or they can reach up for the calf. Inhale here. Exhale, switch. Belly is pulled in. We can always do this on our backs. Head and shoulders can come down. You have 4 more. 2. Last 1. And release. Squeeze the legs together. Open up the shoulders. Open up the chest. Let the legs lower down onto one side. Obliques, obliques, obliques. Try not to let the legs go all the way down. Lift the legs back up. Exhale, other direction. Only go as far as you can maintain those shoulders stay on the ground. Pilates is not about how big your range of motion is. It's about how big your range of motion is with control and stability. Three more, each direction. Continue that breath. So a great way to breathe here is going to be to inhale to let the legs go down. Exhale to recruit those core movement muscles to get those legs back up to the ceiling. Last one on each side. Good. Lower down those legs. Little windshield wiper of the knees to give the low back a little break. Both legs come into the chest. We have double leg stretch next. So both legs come into the chest. We lift the head and shoulders, making ourselves into a teeny tiny ball, as small as we can. Inhale to reach. Keep pulling the belly in toward the spine. Exhale, small ball. Inhale, reach. Head and shoulders can be on or off the ground. Four more times. Big breaths. Last two. Last one. Reach the legs up toward the ceiling. We're going to drop them down toward the ground without losing the low back on the floor. So we keep that low back glued to the ground. Double leg lower. you start to hit that point where your low back is about to leave the floor, pull the belly in and lift the legs up powerfully. So we inhale down nice and slow. Exhale, scoop. Pull it in. Inhale down. Exhale, pull it in. Pulling in and up. 3 more. Last 2. Last one. Come on, stay strong. Lower the knees down to the ground. Reach the leg. Whoop. Reach the legs out in front of you. Have a roll-up next. Reach the legs out in front of you. Flex the toes. Reach the arms overhead. Exhale to nod the chin. Keep reaching through the feet. Pull the belly in, pull the belly in, pull the belly in. Try to keep the feet on the ground. So the first few roll-ups are never that great. And over time, as you start to get even more warm, they'll feel better. Exhale, scoop, scoop, scoop. Take your time on the way down. So when I say scoop, I mean rounding through the low back and pulling the belly in. Exhale, nod the chin. If you get stuck right here, you can use one leg for a little bit of help, but take your time. Try to keep those shoulders away from the ears. I know that's something I have to remind myself all the time. 3 more roll-ups. We stay seated on the last one. Pull in. Deep, deep abdominals on this one. This is one of my favorite exercises. We get a nice stretch all the way up the hamstrings into the back, and we get a lot of great abdominal work. Exhale, nod the chin. Roll down. 1 more full roll up, and then we'll do half a roll up on the last one. Exhale, rib cage knits together. Pull the abdominals in. Reach, reach, reach. Last time, roll all the way down. Last time, we're going to sit up. Exhale, big breath. I promise you, your exhale will help you. Sit up nice and tall. We have the saw. So legs out to the edges of the mat. Reach the arms out to the side. Exhale, twist toward one side and dive forward toward that pinky toe. Inhale, stack the spine. Exhale, look toward that pinky toe. Reach the opposite arm away so you're feeling that twist. Inhale, stack the spine. Try to keep your feet level. Try not to let any shifting happen in those hips. We twist. It's coming from our midsection, not our hips. It's coming from right here. Pull in the belly. You're working in opposition. As you reach this way, everything else is going back the other way, including your belly. Last one on each side. Exhale. Inhale, center, and relax. Flip the legs behind you. Going into leg pull front. So you're going to find a plank position. Press your hands into the mat. Find your plank. Press through the heels. All I want you to do, you can do this on the knees, is shift back and then shift forward. Shift back. Instead of doing this on the knees, I would actually prefer you try to do this on a table or a chair or something that's elevated a little bit. So really our full leg pull front, let's start with just a prep. We pull the belly away from the floor, we shift our weight forward, shift our weight back. So if this feels like a good place for you, again, you can be here on the floor, or you elevate the chest. So we're lifting and coming back. Shifting forward. We're stable through our shoulders. Last one. Quick little stretch. Come down onto the mat. Now we're going to start to play with single leg. So one leg is going to lift. We're staying in that really stable position, and we flex and point the feet. So here is the full leg pull front. Lift one leg. Point the toes, flex the toes, point, and flex. Let's do 3 more on this side. Try to keep that leg in line with the other leg. We can also be here. 1 more, and relax. Let's take it to the other side. Lift the other leg up. Point, and flex. Hips are even. We're strong. We're breathing. Last 3. Focus, focus, focus. Last one, and relax. Quick little stretch. Going into the push-up now. Now here's where, again, elevating the chest is going to be really helpful. You can do this from the knees, where we bend the elbows, we press away, or you can do this elevated, bend the elbows, press away. But again, I prefer you to be on your toes however possible. Let's start with just 3 push-ups. Try to build awareness of where your shoulder blades are in space. So your shoulder blades are those bones right here on the back of your upper back. Try to keep them very still as you bend your elbows. So if you watch me real quick, we're trying to avoid, we don't want that. We don't want our shoulders together, and we don't want them coming up toward our ears. We're keeping them very still as we press. Last push-up. Now extend those legs. I want you to bend your knees, walk your hands back to your feet, roll up, bring your legs together, lift the heels off the mat, lower the heels down. Yes, this is still all part of the push-up. This is a Pilates push-up, very different than a push-up you might experience somewhere else, in some other class. Round through the spine, touch the floor again. We have 2 more rounds of push-ups. We're going to walk the hand out, quickly and efficiently. Find your push-up position, whether it's on your knees or elevated or on the floor. Bend, extend. 2 more push-ups. Pull the belly in. Last one. And reach up with the hips. Once your hands come to your feet, squeeze your legs together. Pull the belly in, roll up. Arms come up. Rib cage stays down. Lift the heels, lower the heels. Bend the knees. So yes, my knees are going over my toes, but I'm getting a really good stretch to the back of the Achilles tendon and the calf muscle. And we're not loaded here, so we're okay. Round through the spine. This is our last set, guys. Walk the hands out. Find that push-up position. Knees can come down. This is our last set of our last exercise. What? Last 2. That's how fast 20 minutes goes when you're having fun. Last one. Roll up. Walk the hands toward the feet. Pull the belly in. Scoop round. Let the chin go toward the chest. Stack the spine. Reach the arms up. Pulling the rib cage down. Inhale, lift like you're floating. Exhale down. Bend the knees. Big stretch in the heels. Stand it up. And you are done. So Joe Pilates, the gentleman who created Pilates, he wanted us to finish our Pilates class feeling amazing, feeling like we can take on the day, that we're standing, we're ready to go, ready to take it on. So what I want you to think about too, real quick, for a little bit of homework, is when you're standing in line, or you're standing for long periods of time, pay attention to where your posture is. We're looking for the ear to be over the shoulder. A lot of the time we end up here. So pulling the ears over the shoulder, avoiding that technology neck that we tend to get. Pull the rib cage in. Pay attention to hips being underneath the shoulders as well. We don't want the hips pushing forward. And also bending the knees slightly, not hyperextending the knees. So hopefully that gives you something to do in real life, building your Pilates practice, your awareness into your real life, and taking it with you wherever you go so you can stay healthy, stay connected, and stay strong. We are starting Pilates one-on-one training this Monday, so tomorrow at 6 a.m. Come to the club, email me, private message me, and let me know what days and times you want to see somebody, and I'll do my best to partner you with an instructor. We get to use not only the mat, but a ton of other amazing equipment with spring resistance that can support your body, recovery from an injury, or make you just stronger in general. I'm blabbing away, but we do get to start a yoga class next. So if you want to stay for our next 20 of Facebook Live videos today at 9:30, so in about 5 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and start a yoga class for just 20 minutes. Really fast, really brief. I'm going to end this live feed, and then we'll jump into that yoga class. So thank you so much for joining me for Pilates Mat. Maybe if you're looking for more, look back at some of the other Pilates Mat classes we have done for longer. Finish up your practice, or jump into another virtual class that we have a history of today. Thank you again for coming.